Hello and welcome to our beloved audience at the Bulgarian Entrepreneur Magazine. Today we are joined again by Mark from Freeboss, and we're going to discuss their next lecture, which will be about how to deal with objections effectively. Mark, thank you for joining us.
Welcome. How are you, by the way?
Doing great, doing great.
Okay,
Hopefully you as well.
super, super. Well, yeah, okay. One of my friends, Grant Cardone, he gives a lot of trainings on sales, and he wrote a book also in Bulgarian. 100. I mean, one of his last books basically was 100 ways of closing or 100 closing techniques. This book and the data of Grant Cardone partly is based on Ron Hubbard, and that's why I said, okay, let's also do something on that, but then fully based on Ron Hubbard, how to handle closing techniques, basically. I call this the Kung Fu techniques because I lived for 8 years with Chinese people, and I learned there how to handle in a very, very interesting way. And those 100 techniques Grant Cardone is talking, well, let's say that the majority of it can be handled with this Kung Fu technique, which is based on Ron Hubbard and on my own knowledge during the years, especially in China.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Mark, in your experience with people trying to sell their themselves, their company, their product, service,
Uh-huh.
etc., what is the most common obstacle that they face, and how would you help them overcome it?
Well, per my observation in the last 30 years, it's the biggest obstacle is themselves, meaning what they think about their product, what they think about the company, what they think about themselves, and what they think about selling this to the customer or what they think about the customer. Example, a lot of salespeople, they get clients who say, okay, it's too expensive, right? My first advice when this happens is look first in yourself. Do you think it's too expensive? If you think it's too expensive, of course, if you give, I'm sorry to say in Bulgarian, lajna, you get lajna. So you first have to think diamonds about yourself, diamonds of what you give, and then you get diamonds. And if you don't get this, it means it first starts with you. So basically, the closing starts in closing yourself. You understand? And a lot of salespeople don't do this. They concentrate on techniques, on strategies, on how to close someone else instead of themselves. Yeah.
Perfect. And well, Mark, you're basically mentioning that a person needs to have trust in themselves first and believe that when they're selling something. But how do we build rapport with clients, especially difficult ones, when we are trying to sell them?
Well, let's look at the best salespeople. The best salespeople are babies. Why? Because they are one line. Their conviction and their emotions are so strong that people follow them. They do the most stupid things, even the most difficult people. Now, looking at that, well, coming back to salespeople, if you're convinced that your product is perfect, that it's really a product or service for the person that will help this person, and you really want to help this person, people are not idiots. Sooner or later, they will feel it. You understand? Again, if you think diamonds, you give diamonds, you get diamonds. Uh, and when there is a difficult person, it mainly is because he doesn't trust you or because he had so much people before who didn't really listen and who just push something on the person. Okay, this is techniques then. Okay, there is also techniques which have to be used to listen more, to really know what the person really wants, etc. But again, it starts with conviction and the correct emotion, the correct way to get understanding, or as you say, rapport.
Okay.
It's a matter of understanding each other. And then once it's understood, okay, to conclude that what you deliver is what the person wants, needs, and will help him. Yeah.
And for those salesmen or those entrepreneurs who really have that confidence and can really believe in their product, how can they make sure that they don't become, let's say, pushy when they're selling and they
Yes, that's a
maintain
very
positive attitude?
yes, that's very, very important, this question, because a lot of salespeople with 15, 20 years of experience, they think they know what the client needs and wants. Now, the wrong thing to do in sales is to, I mean, I'm sorry for the word that I'm going to use, mental masturbation,
Yeah.
is thinking you know. Every client changes continuously and every sales is different. So don't think you know. And then two, there is a need, but behind this need, there is an emotional element. People need something, but it's not because they need it that they will buy it. They will buy it because there is something which hurts them mentally or physically if they don't have it. And this, every salesperson has to know before presenting. And if he doesn't know, if he believes that he knows, then he is pushy. I give you an example, my personal example, many years ago. I had a book called The Ethics, and this is a book which helps a person to go better in their life. And it also works sometimes with people who are in a wheelchair, you know. And I saw a person in a wheelchair, and I pushed this book, you know, until I understood that the problem of this person was not the wheelchair. For instance, the problem of this person was not to get attention from women, for instance. You understand? So I understood there that when you're pushy, it means you did not really understand what the person needs, why he needs this, and what would happen if he doesn't have it. So if you have these three elements, then you sell very easily. And if you don't have these three elements, you have to push. Now, between you and me, it's better to push than not to push. You know, if you have a boy who loves a girl, and Grant Cardone talks himself about this with his wife didn't even see him and didn't want to see him. So if you have a boy and with a girl and he loves the girl, okay, you can push. And of course you will get on your face and maybe you will get like in Bulgaria, they say shamar. But if you're honest and if you really, really want it, it might be that it changes. You understand? So it's better. Of course, it's best not to push. It's best to first know what the person wants, why he wants it, and what will move the person. But if you don't know, or if you don't have the time, or in love, if you really love, it's better to push than not to push, because there is another school which has, the Dale Carnegie school. It's like how to make friends, and then you have friends, but no clothes. Do you understand? This is not the way. You can have you have people who are continuously asking question, asking question, asking question, thinking, 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 but never close. No, this is worse. So it's better to push. You can always say, I'm sorry that I push, but I'm so convinced. Of course, the best is not to push and to do this correctly, right? Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic, Mark. Thank you for sharing all that valuable information. I want us to finish off with the following. If we, hopefully you agree with me that a person first needs to become the type of character in order to do the activities that he wants to do. So how can people who want to handle objections effectively become the type of person who is able to do that?
Okay.
What steps
Yeah,
do they
you're
need to, what
you're totally
actions?
right. Yes, you're totally right. In life, there is three conditions. There is be, do, and have. Or na bulgarski sam prava imam. So you first have to be, and then you can do, and then you can have. Now, how to do this? How to put yourself in harmony? So you first go to the have. You look at, okay, what, or the do. What do you like to do? I would like to sell some things. Good. What would be the result for the other if you do this? To look at the end result, the person being better or whatever, Good. Who do you have to be for that? I have to be like that. Do you want this? Yeah. And then you decide. So indeed, the be, do, have has to be in harmony, but you better start with the do if you don't know the have, and then the end result, and then you turn around to the be, and then you decide. That's the way it works. I give you one example. I had a goddaughter. Uh, I still have, but okay. Many years ago, she was 18 years old, beautiful, intelligent. She didn't know what to do. And I said to her, her name was Nathanael. I said to her, Nat, what do you want to do right now? Imagine you can do whatever you want. What do you want to do? And she tells me, oh, I would like to make a cloth. Okay. So when you make this dress, whom are you going to give it to, And she says, yeah, lady, 40, 45 years old. I said, wow, good. Why? Because I like my mom to look nice. Okay, she was in harmony. I said, just start. And she started. She gave this dress to a lady who went on television by accident. And then she got 15 or 20 telephones, I don't remember. And she had to make all these dresses. Then she went to America. She married with the doubler of Will Smith. And the person who signed one of the best men was one of the sons of Tom Cruise. So then she became famous. Now she's doing fashion shows in New York, Milano, Paris. All this because she was in harmony. She knew what she wanted as a result, and she decided, I am this person. You understand? Yeah, for sure. This is very, very, very important. We can help people with that. That is for sure. This is one of the main things we do, trying to bring people in harmony, or not only trying, really bringing them in harmony. Yep.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Mark. So,
Welcome.
um, only to finish off with the lecture, when is it, and what do the people expect from it?
So what they can expect is that they will know really strong elements how to handle objections, different objections, Grant Cardone style, but let's say Kung Fu style. When is it? Well, normally the last Tuesday, so I'm going to see myself. I think it's the 30th. I was not really sure because it was decided with BEM also to see when it's possible. I think it's the 30th. Let me see again. I know. Yes. The 20, no, 30th of March, I think, yeah? Or is it Tuesday? Lecture. Here it is. 26th. 26th of March, Thursday, 26th of March at 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock, like always, till 5:30. So 26th of March, I'm sorry for because every month we make a lecture, but sometimes it takes time for all the parties to find the correct day. So 26th, 4 o'clock. And the end result will be, okay, to have more income, of course, when you sell more, when you close more, at least 25% increase. One of the elements I will give mathematically gives 25% increase in closing. So you're all welcome.
Thank you, Mark, once again, and looking forward to see you soon again.
Welcome. So ciao and success, my friend.
Thank you. All the same.
Welcome.
Bye-bye.